Okay. Went live about sooner than I was expecting. Okay. Obviously, I can't talk right now. Okay, so, yeah, where do I start? This week has been rough. Last week has been really rough. I think there's probably no other time that I can remember in recent years where I have fallen flat on my face so many times. Oh, yeah, like massively, just epic fail. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. I'm still alive. I'm still kicking. Supposedly. Tired. Yeah, just... Yeah. So, as many of you know, I have been taking an EMT class, Emergency Medical Technician class, for the last, since March. March, April, May, June, July. It's the last 5 months, right? Or 4.5 months, as the case may be. And I really loved it. I really enjoyed it. I was having a pretty good time. I was going to be graduating and doing my national certification in August. Spoiler alert, that's no longer the case. So, time to tell you what happened. Started back, I think, I had signed up for this class, and my mom fell and got a concussion, and I went ahead and kept going to class and doing this and that and other thing, right? Because my mom fell, some of my personal appointments, like going to the doctor to get my TB and Hep B vaccine stuff done, got put on the back burner, and that was a requirement for my ride time, because I was required to make 10 patient contacts on an ambulance. So I was required to go on an ambulance and make 10 patient contacts, which means practice my skills on 10 different patients, right? I started trying to meet the requirements for my ride time almost right away, but because I only officially moved here in December, I hadn't really established care with a local physician. And so I was kind of scrambling. I ended up going with the doctor's office that my mom went to, trying to establish care and get all these things done, and, trying to get on the procedure schedule for getting my TB and my Hep B done, and then the doctor's like, wait, no, you need to make an appointment to do this, and the appointment got canceled a couple times, and other things happened. And I finally ended up, my mom had an appointment with the doctor, and I just went in on her appointment and talked to him myself, and we were able to finally get the testing ordered, and I was finally able to get cleared. That just happened, I think 2 weeks ago, or not even, me getting the clearance to do my ride time. Well, here's the thing. My ride time is actually due tonight. I need to have my 10 patient contacts turned in tonight. This wouldn't have been a big deal because I had 2 back-to-back ride times scheduled for Friday and Saturday. 12 hours each. And so I went and I did my Friday ride time. No issues, just kept trying to fight off a minor headache. I hadn't brought any of my medications with me. I left them all in my other bag, in my car. So it wasn't in my backpack that I was using on my ride time. I ended up just going to the convenience store and buying a bunch of off-the-shelf stuff to try and, jerry-rig some sort of stuff to keep the pain at bay until I could get back to the house, until I could get back to my car. So I could continue my ride time on Friday. Well, it worked. In the short term, it worked. I successfully completed that ride time. It was a great day. Nobody died. We got everybody to definitive care. I made my 5 patient contacts, so half my ride time was done. It was looking really good until 30 minutes after I got home from the shift. I crashed out, and I crashed out hard. I had a massive migraine. I was showing signs of being dehydrated. It was just really bad, and I got really, really sick. I was fighting off a massive migraine all of Saturday. I had to call out on the Saturday ride time I had scheduled. I had to cancel it. Sunday, I still wasn't well. I was just in a lot of pain. A lot of you know about my bladder diverticulitis that I had a month ago. In fact, why I was downing so much water during the live event that we were at in Arizona. I see a specialist on the 1st, but because of the stuff I put my body through on Friday, right? Not having enough liquid, not having the correct pain meds to deal with my condition, not being able to take it easy and not put myself through the physical exertion of, even riding in an ambulance can be hard because it's a truck. You're bouncing all over the place. It's not, if you've been in an RV, and not one of those cushy, nice ones. I'm talking about old school 80s RVs. It's very much like that. Which means we had an 80s RV that I grew up in, and so that wasn't the issue. The issue is that I was not sitting in my seat with my seatbelt on. A lot of the times I wasn't wearing my seatbelt. Don't tell anybody. Or I had my seatbelt on, but I was facing the wrong way, right? So I could see, or I could hear, or I could do something, right? And so putting my body in that kind of position, my entire shoulder and neck, were just they'd had it, and that exacerbated my migraine, exacerbated everything else. Sunday finally the headache let up, the migraine let up, but I was just in an exorbitant amount of pain. There was no coming back from it. And so, Monday, I tried to contact the ambulance companies, see if I could get more ride time scheduled, to see if I could get the stuff done by Tuesday. It was impossible. The one person that I needed to schedule with was out for the week. Another company didn't have anything available. And at that point, those were the 2 busiest companies. And I still was in pain. I still didn't feel good. So, basically I ran out of time to complete my ride time. I only did half my ride time. And so without my ride time being completed, I can't sit for my final exam. Without that, I can't sit for the National Registry. So that's it. I'm done with school for the time being. I just have to quit. Or drop out. Not quit, but drop out. Drop out, basically. Because, to be honest, this kind of stuff is not something you just quit on. Once you're in it, it stays with you. So, I'm currently debating next steps, whether or not I want to eventually go back and finish the EMT class, or, which would mean taking it all over again from the beginning, or if I would just like to go and do my paramedic and get my degree in paramedicine with emergency management or something like that, which I haven't had a chance to look into. But I did promise my sister once I was done with this round of EMT class that I would stop school for a year and focus on rebuilding everything, right? My life, because I just moved from California to Pennsylvania this last year, and there's just a lot of stuff that needs to be done around here, a lot of procedures and stuff that need to be put into place. Basically, right now my parents need some of my expertise in adult facility management. So I have a California certificate in adult facility administration, which is, helping, running an adult residential facility for people ages 18 to 64. So I don't have it in senior care. I have it in disabled adult care, basically. But it's very similar. There's a lot of similarities. A lot of my continuing education credits are actually in senior care. Dementia and different food service type things and stuff. I have a Serve Safe certificate in food prep. I am well prepared to run this place like a facility if and when I need to, right? And so I'm focusing on systems and processes to help kind of bridge that gap between home and more facility level care, so we can keep up higher standards, right? Getting into routines, developing cleaning routines, developing this and that and the other things, so that when we have people who are hired help that come in and are doing stuff, we have, our SOPs and different things like that ready for them to step in and fill some of the roles that we're doing, which is going to be good, because, they'll free us up to do other things, right? Because we have one person that comes in 12 hours a week, and then we have another person that comes in 8 hours every other week, specifically to do care with my dad, as respite. So, getting the kitchen in order, getting their bedroom set up so that it runs a little bit better, just tweaks here and there, reimagining the way things can be, getting my dad's playroom, his den, it's basically his playroom. It's going to be our playroom, actually, because I'm going to put the 3D printer in there. Our ham radios are going to be in there. Basically think about an Electronic Geeks playroom type thing. So it's going to be basically set up for me and my dad to go in there and hang out and do our little geeky things and stuff. And I'll probably end up doing podcasts and stuff in there when Dad's not using it, and stuff like that. And I'm going to have a couch in there for the caregivers, so he can be in there with his caregivers. They can hang out and maybe read or something while he uses a ham radio or whatever else he wants to do. And so I'm going to focus on getting that room ready. In fact, I have decided that I'm going to set some new goals for myself. Hi, Jelly. I'm going to set some new goals for myself, because the other thing, I remember I said I fell flat on my face a couple times this week. Health-wise, check. EMT school-wise, check. The other way I fell flat on my face is I said that I was going to have my book ready by today, right? Launch it today. Oh my gosh, is that not happening? Nope. It's 10 p.m. Eastern. It's not happening today. Nothing is happening today. So, the story behind that one. Ooh, fun times. Jelly already knows some of this. Basically, I had to do all that ride time, right? And so I'm like, well, I have my book is already done in Canva. It's ready to go, except it's not in the right format. Like, I can't just send it to the publisher like that. It needs to have the cover. I had figured out how to do the cover for Ingram Spark. And how to do the inside cover. I figured all that out. I figured out a bunch of other stuff. But I could not get the inset and the bleeding correct. I just couldn't get those margins correct. For whatever reason, I was feeding it through the machine. It was coming back. It was a horrible mismatch, and it just was not working. It was driving me absolutely nuts. I'm like, okay, you know what? There's such a thing as Fiverr. Let me go find someone who actually makes these files on Fiverr and pay them to do it, so I can just focus on my ride time. Found somebody for $34. I'm like, okay, cool. Oh my gosh, it's going to take 3 days. That's a little bit close to when I have to do this, but you know what? It's cool. They'll get it done. Okay. Paid them. Got the work back. No, they changed my book. They changed all these things. I'm like, no, that's not what I meant. I need my cover to be my cover. That's the cover I need. I need this to be this. I need that. I need these things to be that way, right? I just need you to do the bleed and the margins and stuff. Comes back to me, the pages are on the numbers are on the opposite side of the page where they need to be. And he's like, well, no, this is 100%. I'm like, no, dude. I spent a good hour texting him back and forth today. And he has promised that he now understands what I need and will have it done tomorrow. I'm not sure I believe him. This has been ongoing for the last week. Guys, it's horrible. Horrible. Oh my gosh. If I had just taken the time to redo that book a couple more times with the margins and stuff, guessing and checking, I probably would have been able to do it faster than what's taken me going back and forth with him. But because I had to do that ride time for 12 hours that one day and 12 hours the next day, and I ended up getting sick for 2 days. So I lost 3 days this week. I lost 3 days in full, gone. 3 days I lost completely. No work, no nothing. 3 days gone. Because of that, I didn't have the time to try and play around with the book and fix it and get it ready for the printer. So I had to send it off to somebody who knows what they're doing. Do they though? Do they really? So, book launched? Nope. Kindle pulled my pre-order 3 days ago. Amazon pulled my pre-order. Ingram Spark is waiting on my revisions or approval of the old files. I'm not approving the old files. The old files look wrong. So I have to submit revisions. No. Oh, and my book funnel. That is the one thing that I did manage to do today. I got the desktop version of the first page of my funnel done. Ask me about the mobile version. Did not happen. Dad's coughing something up. That's okay, because he's coughing in such a way that tells me he's still breathing. After you've listened to somebody cough for a while, and my dad coughs a lot, after you listen to these things, you can actually hear the different things in their cough to understand if they're actually choking to death or it's just, coughing. Gotta be careful with the silent ones. All of a sudden you'll hear the blockage That's happened a couple times, and that's like one time I had to do the Heimlich. But anyways, the other times we were able to get him to cough it up just by leaning him over and stuff. But the other day I did the Heimlich. I'm like, I'm not sitting around here and waiting for this. So now we have the Life Vac that we can use. We haven't had to use that yet, so. But we just got it, so, you know, you never know. But we have 2 of them. And that one over there needs to go in my mom's car. Because we have the other one in my dad's room. So, hopefully tomorrow I will see it and put it in the car where it belongs. Because that would be useful. But I do have to go take the dog to the vet tomorrow for a checkup. The only thing that's wrong with her is she has seizures. I don't know why people are acting like she's an alien or something. Like, she has seizure disorder. She's had it for, I don't know how many years, since at least 2016. So, a while. She's had it for a while now. 2016, 17, she's had for like 6 or 7 years. She's lived with seizure disorder. She's still alive. She's gained a lot of weight, but then again, so has my business partner. I mean, they moved from, you know, living in Lancaster where they had to walk everywhere to here where they have 2 people that drive cars that they can just go in the car now. You know, so yeah, it's a different lifestyle. So they've, you know, gained weight and whatnot. I've gained weight too, mostly probably from stress. You know, and making different choices as to what calories I eat. So I'm gonna have to fix that too. That's a whole nother thing. I'm not gonna worry about food today. What I am gonna worry about is sleep. I'm very tired. Failing at 3 different areas of life will do that to a person. It's okay. It's temporary failure. It's temporary. I'm already doing better on my health thing. Speaking of which, here we go. Circle. I just think I'm 2 bottles in on this straw. This is my 4th bottle today because I ran out of flavoring on my watermelon this morning. My watermelon flavor. And so I had like 2 bottles of this with the peach tea that's on here right now. And they're good for like about 6 refills. Or like 6 bottlefuls. Not very peachy. Oh, you know what? It was set to 1. That's better. Anyways, this is a Circle. Cirkul. Highly recommend this. This thing is awesome. Still not sure that the cartridges are the healthiest thing in the world, but I have been drinking a lot more water. See, this is just regular plain water, and it goes through this straw thing, and it comes out flavored on the other end. It does run out of flavor, so it is adding stuff to the water, but it's doing it in real time. And you can see this water is still water until it goes through the straw. Isn't that cool? I really like this. I'm sure at some point there'll be some controversy about whatever, but no more than usual. And it's no worse than some of the other stuff I've been drinking. It's probably healthier than stuff. And then my dad's been drinking, artificially flavored clear soda bottle things that we buy for 88 cents from Walmart. So there's that too. Anyways, I'm going to get to bed. And ultimately, I'm just in a different phase of life, and I just have to continue on. My book will come out at some point. I will, oh, that's the other thing, I haven't recorded another podcast episode yet. I will record another podcast episode at some point. I will do these things at some point. I will continue my studies of emergency management and emergency medicine, right? I will do these things. I will figure out what's going on with my body and deal with all these health issues and figure out how to prevent flare-ups from happening and stuff. I will do these things. They're just not happening right now. Right now, I can just fall flat on my face and not worry about it. It's a tomorrow problem, right? Staking my progress and moving on. Or lack thereof. It's okay. It's okay. Worst case scenario, I fire the guy on Fiverr and find a different person to do it and launch the book later. That's fine. Finish the book funnel later. I got a million other things I can do. A million other things. Everything will be good. Ultimately, it's just a matter of not giving up, right? When you fall flat on your face, get back up and try again. So that's what I'm doing. Just not tonight. Tonight I'm going to go to sleep so I can get up and continue on with life in the morning. I'll be fine. Everything will be fine. I keep saying it, it'll be true. Watch. You'll see. See you guys later.